Hey everyone, how are you? Quick update here on the crypto market, and we're going to see what's going on here. Bitcoin's down a little bit today. Actually, this is kind of a good, healthy thing. I was hoping something like this would happen a little bit. It's only down slightly, right? And then down from 44 to like 43, 4, 43,300, 43,400. So nothing that's going to hurt us here. I want to do a quick screen share here and talk a little bit about it. The other day I talked a little bit about this, where what's really pushing Bitcoin up, and of course the altcoins follow Bitcoin, they follow the lead, is the spot ETF, right? You have so many people preparing for these spot 8 to 10 spot Bitcoin ETFs to be approved sometime between the January 5th and 10th window. We'll see how that goes here, but that time frame really, really makes a ton of sense here, early January. And I think that's what's pushing things up, because I think a lot of people are buying ahead right now to buy the rumor, sell the news potentially, but not necessarily sell off, right? There's going to be some drop, and we're seeing, I would like to see Bitcoin continue to trade sideways like it's doing right now. Maybe stay 43, 44, go down to 42, even 40. Even it can go to the middle of upper 30s, and I'm still fine with that. It'll eventually come right back up here as it continues its bull market run. But the biggest driver to me is a spot Bitcoin ETF here on Bitcoin.com. It says large asset managers are getting ready to buy Bitcoin ahead. This is a bunch of baloney to me. They've already been buying. To me, they're buying ahead of this. They're not waiting for approval to buy, because they know the buy to rumor, sell the news. They're buying now. And I think that's what's driving everything. That's good for us. That's healthy. And that's what we want to have happen. However, the news comes out, you might see a big dump. It may get to 48.50 before the news comes out. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go all the way back to 33, 34, even 32. But probably the middle 30s to middle to upper 30s is more likely. And then it'll go right back up. It'll have a bounce down, and then it'll hit baseline and go back up again. And really, there's a good, really strong floor at 30K right now with Bitcoin. A lot of buy orders in at that price point. So not many sell orders. But if we had some crazy event that came and crashed it down, if it crashes down below 30, it's going to be a much slower tranche back up to get up to 44 where it's been here. So again, I think that's the biggest driver of what's going on and pushing this whole crypto market. And as people see, Bitcoin went from 16.6 last January to where it is now, almost 44,000, 43, 44. That people see, all right, we are in a bull market. So the people that were in the last bull market cycle are jumping back in. And a little good article here I want to share about the Bitcoin HODLways from 2020 bull market. Buyers are in control 16% of the Bitcoin supply from the 2020 bull market run. So that's a pretty big amount of control. And again, a lot of that 16%, you can go to Michael Saylor, right? And his company that bought a lot of that supply to get it up that 16% number. Plus, I mean, I continue to buy. I bought quite a bit in 2020 during the COVID lockdown time in March. It was just a good time to buy. And I think we're heading back up that direction. 2024 should be very, very good, if not spectacular, towards the end of the year, second half of the year. And 2025, very good for at least the first half, first 2 quarters, maybe even into the third quarter here of 2025. We will see how that goes here. A lot of factors we have going on here, guys. We got so many macro and micro factors affecting the markets, all of the markets, between the war in Ukraine, the war in the Middle East, and hopefully nothing breaks out here with China or anything, but you got to be ready for these black swan events that happen that just affect the markets, rattle the markets. Wouldn't surprise to see some ramp up somewhere, push all the markets down, stock market, crypto market, all the financial markets down for a little while, but it would be a short time and they come back up. I think what we know right now is the Fed is going to reverse and pivot off of all their raising of the rates, and they're going to go back. They have to at this point, because the numbers just don't look good. The employment numbers don't look good. And they have this manipulated unemployment data they put out there, but it's all part-time service jobs, right, that they count. It is what it is. They manipulate it to make things look better. But every time we go into election year, presidential election year, the Fed really reduces the rates. And I expect that to happen. I expect it to be bullish for cryptos, for gold, for silver, for stocks, and for real estate. So I think all those markets to do well, because as those rates drop, I wouldn't be surprised to see the 10-year treasury be better for 30-year mortgage rates. And I think we'll bring in more buyers then too. The people have been sitting on the sidelines because they can't afford it at 7.5%. Might be able to afford it at 6 or 6.5% if we get that low or even lower. So I think that's where things are headed, and positive for the crypto market for sure to me. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm hoping you guys are excited about that. And I'm going to stop sharing here. All right. And ready for this crypto run to continue. And hopefully Bitcoin will break its all-time high before the halving here in April of 2024, which I do think there's a really good chance it's going to break its all-time high somewhere right around there, somewhere between March and May. And then I expect this is really good with the amount of money that's going to come in with these ETFs into Bitcoin, into Ethereum, into XRP. I expect there to be XRP and other crypto ETFs, Cardano, some of the other big dogs out there. I expect this to happen. I expect Doge to have a nice little jump because I think it's going to be used as a currency potentially within different companies, maybe even Twitter as a method of payments. So all these things bode well for the crypto market for 2024, 2025. So I'm extremely bullish, extremely happy to see the Bitcoin volcano exploding behind me. And that's the way I feel it's going to be here coming up this year and into the following year. All right, guys, catch you in the next video.